Commercial and residential rental market have been amongst the worst affected by the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. Tenants are facing issues like occupying the freshly rented accommodation despite of paying their deposit. Some are also facing challenges in paying the rent during these times because of a job loss. Even getting the deposits back while vacating a property has been a challenge. Landlords too are not getting the rent payment on time or not at all. Clearly, the conventional process of renting a property in India needs an overhaul. Hi, I'm Neha Nagpal. Welcome to Property Matters. Gurugram-based digital payment company Escrow has launched the Escrow-based rental payment transaction platform for tenants and property owners called Neorent. Ashwin Chawla, CEO and co-founder of the company, explains how it can counter these challenges. Welcome, Mr. Chawla.
Thank you, Neha.
Mr. Chawla, tell us about the Neorent. What is the purpose behind this particular product?
It was built in times where when the lockdown in coronavirus happened, people were facing problems in terms of closing their lease transactions. So what Neorent actually does, Neorent means new form to rent, new way to rent. And the whole new way is we've added and created a complete journey around the lease transaction that the tenant and the landlord do between themselves. And why we say digital? Because right from the start and the service that we are offering actually, it lasts till the tenure of the lease.
How it is really beneficial for the tenant?
For tenant is the KYC check. Second is a standardized document. The third, if you see majority of the transactions in India, people, at the time of taking the token, they take the entire security deposit. And that puts a great risk on the tenant. To add a layer of protection there, we say that why don't you deposit the security deposit in the escrow account? And only on the move-in date, when you are actually taking the keys of the property, you should be authorizing the escrow to actually move the money into the landlord's account. The most powerful thing I would say is the exit process. Here, the technology layer allows you to issue a digital notice to the landlord saying that as per clause this, I'm vacating the property in 30 days. Please prepare my security deposit to be refunded.
How do you cater to the landlords?
For the landlords, the first thing is that the tenant verification is very important. You should know whom you are handing over the property. Second, again, is a standardized lease agreement. As a landlord, one needs to refund the security. Now, it's a chicken and egg story. Should he refund the property deposit first, or should he take the possession first? So what we are saying is you park your security deposit to be refunded in our escrow account. And based on the milestones, you can simply transfer it as soon as you're holding the keys.
Is there anything you're also offering for the brokers?
So this section is left at the discretion of the tenant and the landlord. If they choose to work with a consultant, they can simply park those details in the contract. The brokerage for the broker can also be settled through the escrow account if required.
Are pandemic situations like COVID-19 are also covered under the agreement?
Tenants and landlords are struggling with such a situation. These clauses that have been added are just general in nature, and they are the suggested clauses. If they choose to sign that, then there should be a clause that says for that during that period when the lockdown has been imposed by the government or any court or any authority, the rental should not be paid during that time.
Is there any cost to activate the Neorent account?
For tenants, we charge 3,999 for about 11 months as long as the lease is there. And for the landlords, it's only 999. Because most of the services that we offer, of course, it benefits both, but the tenant requires these services like digital receipts and digital exits, which are largely serving the cause of the tenants.
Are there any different charges for luxury and affordable properties?
No, so right from affordable segment to luxury to super luxury, the charges remain the same. And the offering, because it is a digital platform, is borderless, which means that users any part of the country.
Suppose the deal falls through, despite one has paid the initial rent or the deposit. What happens then?
Well, the lease agreement captures very clearly the do's and don'ts from both sides. And if the tenant has actually acquired the property, then of course he needs to hand over the property to get his refunds of security deposits back and also settle any kind of outstandings that are on the apartment since the day that he acquired the property.
One last question. If anybody would like to exit the property or vacate it before the end of the tenure, is that really possible?
Giving a 30-day notice, or a 15-day notice, as per the contract, is required under law. And if it is captured in the contract, that time should be given to the landlord to actually look for a different tenant.
Thank you, Mr. Chawla, for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
With WHO announcements that COVID-19 may never go away, we all need to adapt to new lifestyles marked by some rules and some social distancing protocols. Relevance of digital transaction across the sectors will continue to persist even in post-pandemic world. And the real estate industry, where two parties are involved in the monthly transaction, will be no different. Adapting to change is and will be the key. I hope you like this video. If you have any query, do write to me on my Twitter handle, which is @Neha. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You can send in the queries in the comment section below this video as well. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe MBTV. Please subscribe to Magic Bricks on YouTube and press the bell icon to get new videos.